We want to make it clear that if families and the community are thinking about coming to Sydney Harbour to spend some time in the community with their friends, we're hoping that they do it. Terrorism thrives on fear. What the terrorists hope is that people crawl up in a ball and don't go about living their normal lives. But we need to show defiance in the face of this evil, and the best way of doing that is to spend some time with your friends and your family on New Year's Eve on Sydney Harbour. Families will see a different type of policing operation this New Year's Eve. It's not normally the case that New South Wales police officers have long arms, but they will be deployed on Sydney streets in the run-up to New Year's Eve. And that is a clear and deliberate message from the police that safety is the number one priority, and they will be acutely aware and alert for any threats affecting the people of this state. We can have no ambiguity about the state's responsibility to protect the people of New South Wales. It is our highest responsibility. I know, completely accept, and I know that there'd be a degree of trepidation after the horrible events of December the 14th. But I want the public to be assured that there is a comprehensive and massive police response to these terrible terrorist events.
Thank you, Minister. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. New South Wales Police will implement the most comprehensive security regime that it has over New Year's Eve. We will have over 2,500 police officers in the central metropolitan area alone. That will comprise officers on the land and on the water, and we'll also have our aviation support up in the air to provide support. I want the community not only to be safe but feel safe. So if you're a community member, and we want families to come into town and we want them to feel safe, please feel reassured when you see police in town. As the Premier indicated, our Public Order and Riot Squad will be carrying long arms this year. That does not represent any specific threat. It is to provide reassurance to the community.
Can I also just make mention of a report that has been in the media in the last 12 to 24 hours and also been reported to New South Wales Police, and that is a horrifying rise in racist sentiment and attacks on members of the Islamic community in New South Wales. That is a shameful act from anyone in our community that would target, for example, a young Islamic girl who might be wearing a veil in the streets of Sydney. And I want to make it clear that any breaches of our racial vilification or hate speech laws apply to everyone. Police will throw the book at any examples of Islamophobia in our community. And can I just say, from a moral perspective, it is disgusting to think that anyone could blame a young person, a young member of our community, a young Islamic girl, for the actions of two people in Bondi Junction a couple of weeks ago. That is appalling. It'd be like blaming Ahmed Al-Ahmed for the actions of those terrible terrorists on the 14th of December, when we all know he's an absolute hero.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.